Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Shaw Bernard here. Thank you once again for joining me. We are about to get into some Pop Talk Grammy edition. Did you watch the 60th Grammy presentation last night on CBS? Well, I did. I watched it for you. This entire show, we're just going to be breaking down Grammy fashion and the performances. And it went down in New York. Do you guys know that it's been 15 years since the Grammys were held in New York? 15 years. And it was at Madison Square Garden. You know, usually people are in New York anyway because New York is the bomb, like the fashion capital of the world. So it just made sense that fashion would come through, walk the way on the carpets and at the other events that were going on around town. But they're taking it back to LA for the next 4 years. I heard that Mayor de Blasio is kind of petitioning to bring it back again because New York is music. Like, it's all about artistry, and a lot of artists actually are from New York, so it would be great to have that kind of flavor going on. Most people on the carpet wore white roses to stand in solidarity with the Me Too Time's Up movement, because as you know, the disparity and inequality that women face is not just in one industry, it's across the entertainment industry in general. And when I say that, I'm talking about everything that entertains us, so music, fashion, film, you know, all of these people are coming together and saying time is up no more. And it's beautiful that they're all standing in solidarity with each other. Of course, the fashion was on full display. I was not disappointed. Well, a little bit. Some people, you know, as always, they're hits and misses. And so I cover most of the hits and maybe like one miss because, you know, I'm not here to bash people. Power suits just took over. The women did not come to play. They were like, Me Too, time's up, no more. And we're gonna rock these suits and let these men know, no, we will not be played with any further. And I loved even that Naeem Khan number that she was wearing. She, you know, just, ooh, it was beautiful. So shimmery and just, you know, showing her paws, and I loved it. The other person that was in a power suit player, was Janelle Monáe. She looked fabulous as well. You know, she always does the black and white. That's her uniform. But her suit did have some beautiful appliques on it. And her suit was actually Dolce & Gabbana. She wore a wig. Not really a fan. I love her. I love her with that little hair, you know, natural girl. Love it. Not that you can't switch it up because, you know, yeah, totally do it. But I wasn't totally a fan of the wig. But anyway, she looked great. A lot of other women opted for pantsuits as well, like Cyndi Lauper and Kesha. So the suits were on full display. But you know, there's some girls that don't do suits, honey. They just do beautiful gowns because they love to play dress up. And one of those was Rita Ora. I loved her. She looked great in this beautiful one shoulder high slit Ralph and Russo dress. She's one of those girls that there are a few girls in the industry that just wear things and you're like, she wore that. And I feel like Rita Ora is one of those girls. The other woman who never comes to play and always slays is Beyonce. And she was wearing a Nicholas Gibran dress with 2 slits. 2 for the price of what, girl? She was giving you 2. She said, oh, no. I will not do 1 slit. I will do 2. And actually, that was kind of like her signature for the weekend because there was a pre-Grammys award party held by Clive Davis. And she wore a double slitage dress as well. So she looked great, black number with that hat giving me old Hollywood glam, but of course with Beyonce flair. So go Bae. Someone else that I love that looked really good as well was SZA. She was wearing a top Versace Atelier, this couture gown, and so she's a young artist and just I love her. I thought she looked great. Her hair, of course, was giving me life all the way because I love big hair, as you can see. Big hair, yes. Lady Gaga, of course, always shows up and gives you the drama, and she did not disappoint with that long train from this dress she was wearing from Armani Privé. And it looked like it was a bodysuit kind of number under, jumpsuit-ish. I'm in this super long fabulous train, so you know, always can count on Gaga for the drama, honey. Rihanna, of course, always kills no matter what she was. Like I said, she could wear a garbage bag and just look fabulous. She was wearing an Alexandre Vauthier leather, and it was not black. It was giving us some burgundy business, you know, with the boots to match. Yes, Rihanna. And you know, she got a little thick, like she got thick, yes girl. And so I was saying to my husband as we were watching, because he pointed it out, he was like, oh, she gained a little weight. And I said, you know, yeah, people have been body shaming her. He was like, why? I mean, why? She's Rihanna. He was like, anything she touches turns to gold. And he's accurate about that. Pink was also there, of course. She performed. I like Pink, but I really didn't like what she was wearing. She wore an Armani Privé kind of feathered, colorful dress. You know, I mean, she's definitely not traditional, and she opted to go bold. And bold can go two ways, wrong or right. And in this case, Pink, it was a little wrong, but you know, you can sing, girl, so it's okay. I like you, Pink. The men looked great as well. And I love that at the Grammys, you don't have to be so buttoned up and wear, you know, black suits. Kind of boring, right? So the guys like DJ Khaled and Assad Khaled opted for pops of color. They were both wearing custom Sanctuary 78 red velvet suits. And can I just point out the fact that Assad is a very well-behaved toddler. I'm gonna need the major keys from Khaled about what they're doing with that boy, because I'm raising a toddler. Our sons are around the same age, and if I was being interviewed by anybody, my son would not stay that still. He was trying to grab the mic, moving, talking, all that stuff. So what's the major key on how to get your toddler to just stay still for a second, Khaled? Also looking fabulous on the carpet was Common. I love that he was wearing this Armani tailored suit, and he wore a black pant, but up top was a velvet blazer as well. So he looked great. And also Big Sean showed up in a Ferragamo suit with a coat by the brand as well. And you know, he opted to pair it with a turtleneck instead of a button up. And so I like that too. I like that the young guys are just taking traditional styles and putting their own twist on it. I personally like a turtleneck with a suit, and it's kind of cold in New York, so hey, it works. So let's get into the performances. Kendrick Lamar opened the show. Wow. I literally got goosebumps watching his performance. My husband was doing some work in the back, and I called him. I was like, honey, you have to come see this. He was like, is this Kendrick? I'm like, yes. He said, this is artistry. This is art. You know, he really put on a show. He was accompanied by Bono, which was great as well. You know, we're obviously in a tumultuous time in our country, so through the music, through their art, you know, they were just really kind of sharing their stories, their pain, what they feel, and what they feel needs to change as well. And there was some narration by Dave Chappelle. And speaking of Dave Chappelle, he won for Best Comedy Album. So Monique Booby, Most Decorated. No ma'am, that's not accurate. Whoopi actually is the most decorated female comedian. She might be the most decorated comedian ever, honestly, because she has an EGOT, she has an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony, and she won a Grammy for Best Comedy Album, like Dave Chappelle won for her last night. So, you know, it's great to pat yourself on the shoulder, but you also got to give facts in these streets, because as Jay-Z said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And on the topic of Jay-Z, he was nominated for lots of awards last night, like Album of the Year, Record of the Year, things like that. But he didn't win. And so that was really shocking. So my husband was saying, well, he's definitely going to win something because he showed up. Because you would think, like, he's Jay-Z, you know, if he's not going to win something, he might as well just stay home. But he came and he was with his family. They looked beautiful. Bruno Mars won for Album of the Year. Bruno racked up. He won for Album of the Year. He won for Record of the Year. He won some other awards as well too. And then of course he performed Drippin' in Finesse. It don't make no sense. You got me drippin' in finesse. You know it. With Cardi B. Now I love that song. When my son hears that song, he's got one move anyway, and it's just really this. But he dances to that song. He was dancing last night while we were watching. And of course, Cardi B is featured on the song, so she performed with him as well. Now, and I say this in all due respect, I'm not like a big Cardi B fan. I'm not a fan of her at all, honestly. That's just, you know, the fact. I'm not a fan of her. I'm not knocking her hustle. She's a woman making her way in the world, and congratulations to her. But I'm not really a fan of her, and so I felt like I could have gotten a little bit more from the performance, but you know, hey, love the song, so go ahead. The other performance that I felt was a little lackluster too was Rihanna and DJ Khaled, Wow Wow Thoughts. That's another song that I love too. Oh, wow, wow, wow thoughts. Anyway, I love that song, but I didn't think that the performance was the best. And did y'all see that weird part, or was it just me? But I was like, the three girls that got together in the black and they were trying to shake their booties, and it was just weird. It just was weird. I don't know what they were trying to accomplish, but it was weird. But I did love that Rihanna gave me that little hey move at the end. Yes, Rihanna. Oh, I was here for that all the way because I love me some African music and African moves. What? So I love that part about it. I felt like, you know, I mean, the song is great on its own, you know, and so maybe they just didn't need to have all the theatrics for the performance, but they did, because, you know, it's Rihanna, DJ Khaled, We the Best. Another one, you know, a performance that was really good that I loved was Kesha. Oh my gosh, that performance of Praying with her, accompanied by Camila Cabello, Andra Day, BB Rexa, Cyndi Lauper, Julia Michaels. I mean, and in a choir, they were all dressed in white, just looking so heavenly. And oh my gosh, Kesha sang her heart out. And at the end, it was so emotional. People were teary-eyed because that song means a lot to her. It definitely kind of just displays a lot of the things that took place with her and her former manager, and it's a really nasty situation, and so I'm glad she's no longer in that. And she has a lot of compassion in this song, like she's really praying for him, and so it's a really mature perspective for her to put a song out like that. But guys, let me tell you something. Like, okay, so listen, Daniel Glover, aka Childish Gambino. Okay, so you know, like I told you, I love music, but I'm not really a fan. I hadn't been a fan of his. I hadn't listened to anything that he's done, and you know, he's been racking up other awards, like at the SAG Awards and the Golden Globes for Atlanta, the show he does Atlanta, which I have not watched, but he has turned me into a total fan. That song, Terrified, from that album, Awaken My Love. Oh my gosh, I didn't know he could sing. The guy is super talented. And then he brought out that little cutie, JD McCrary. Oh, it was over. I was like, what? I certainly wasn't expecting that kind of performance from him. Actually, I thought he was gonna rap, which is, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But I was like, wait a minute. Come on, Childish Gambino. Hold the phone. This is good. So I'm now 100% Childish Gambino fan. On the bandwagon, yes. And the little cutie JD McCrary that he brought out, he's going to be starring in the live remake of Lion King, so look out for him. The award show was great. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fashion. I enjoyed the performances. The only thing I didn't enjoy is the fact that my invitation got lost in the mail, but hey, I still updated you guys. Let me know what you thought. Who were your favorite performances? Who did you think was best dressed? Not so much. I mean, we're not here to bash anybody, but everybody can be best now. So let me know what you think. And the PopTalk Grammy edition has come to end, but our time together, of course, doesn't have to end. You can always stay up to date with all of the things that I'm doing on my different social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and here on YouTube. Everything across the board is Shaw Bernard TV. Be sure to subscribe, comment, share, like, all that good stuff. And I'll be bringing you some other juicy Pop Talk in the coming days, so stay tuned. But thank you for watching today, and until next time, darlings, ciao.